When I was 11 years old, my parents bought me a guitar for Christmas. I honestly don't think that I've ever been more excited about a Christmas present than that guitar. And it was a cheap little guitar, but to me, it could not have been worth any more. And I remember they bought it, and they bought it with a set, and it had a VCR tape that had Play the Guitar Overnight with matching pamphlet. And so I knew that that night was going to change everything for me, because when I woke up the next morning, I was going to be a legitimate rock star. I knew that everything that my life had been built up to was that moment where that tape went in and I learned how to play the guitar that night and had all the tools to walk away from it. First step was tuning. And I had no idea how to even do that. And see, there was no one in my family that had any kind of music ability at all. We all loved music. I was singing since the time I could talk, but the only thing that I had was an aunt who kind of played the piano. So as much as I loved music, I quickly realized that even though my parents gave me a tool, I had no idea how to use it. That guitar sat in the corner of my bedroom for years. Finally learned how to play it when I was around 20, started writing songs, and when I was 27, I had the great opportunity to sit down with Jenny Riddle and show her my songs. I was blown away, sat down with her, started showing her these songs, and I remember in that room, as she asked me questions about the writing and started pointing out the flaws in what I was doing, I remember feeling like that 11-year-old kid again, having such a great passion and want to be able to use this tool, but just not knowing how to use it. And that's why I am so honored and excited to be a part of the Emerging Sound this summer. The Emerging Sound is 5 days full of wisdom offered to students to the age of 13 to 19 so that they can take a passion that they may have for songwriting, for singing, for worship leading, and be able to turn that into a tool that they can use to show honor and glory to the Lord in their fullest capacity. Jenny Riddle, who wrote Revelation Song and so many other songs that we worship to in our cars and inside of our churches, has put together a team that is full of wisdom and knowledge that they are so ready to pour into the students who will be taking part in this camp. There are songwriters, there's worship leaders, there are people who are signed to labels, there's people who are serving inside of churches, there's conductors, there's vocal coaches. There's honestly every end of the spectrum is crammed into 1 week of camp that I truly believe if a student shows up, it will change their life forever. See, I remember being an 11-year-old kid who had a passion to do, but had no one to show me how to do it. And this is a 5-day intensive that I feel like will change everything for them. And my honest prayer is that adults will look inside of their homes, inside of their churches, and would find students who they can invest this great opportunity into and sow a seed for the generations to come of worship leaders, songwriters, and artists that will impact the next generation for God. You can log on to theemergingsound.com for more information, get details, information about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social media sites. You can get directions, you can learn the cost, and also information on scholarships and aids that we have put in place to make sure that every student who has a will and a want to be there is able to come. So I hope to see you July 28th through August 1st, 2014 at the first ever Emerging Sound Camp for creative teams. God bless.